No. Wait, whoa, ha. You, ha, relax. You know, if you thought a female was bad, my nigga, the market will humble you. The market will show you that it is really the baddest bitch out there. So you understand. Don't go crying about spilled milk. Go for the next cow, my dog. Wagwan. Trading success isn't about avoiding mistakes entirely because, let's be real, we all mess up, and what separates consistent traders from traders, that are always losing is learning from those mistakes and applying what you've learned onto your next trade or onto your next session, right? So in today's video, we are going to be covering 10 of the most common trading errors and how you can stop them from draining your account. That sounds interesting. Stick around to the end and I will share with you a key mindset shift that will change your entire trading journey because it has changed mine. So without further ado, I also want to let you guys know that we have a buy over here. Price did go up for a minute, but it seems to be retracing right now. But for the sake of this video, let's just address the the common problems, and I'll update you guys as the trade goes on. Have you ever felt like you're the reason why your trades are failing? Well, the honest truth is that it's not the market. It's often because of you. Today I'm here to give you some good news, right? Because once you know what you're doing wrong, then you can just as easily and just as quickly fix it. So we're going to be breaking down exactly what is sabotaging your trades, and I'm going to give you actionable fixes so that you can trade with confidence. And some of these areas, they might sound familiar, but trust me, the solutions I'm going to give you are going to surprise you. By the end of this video, you'll know how to stop the emotional and psychological patterns that are keeping you stuck. Plus, you'll also learn how to develop the discipline needed to trade like a pro. Okay. So first up is refusing to define a loss. Listen, no trader wins 100% of the trades they take or wins 100% of the time. You need to protect your capital. How you do this is first of all by setting a clear stop loss before even entering your trade. This isn't about strategy. This is about survival. You understand? So it's a non-negotiable, please. It's a non-negotiable. Error number 2, if the potential of a trade is gone, then why are you still holding on to it? Are you hoping it will turn around? Hoping is not a strategy. That's wishful thinking, and that's what keeps a lot of traders stuck in the cycle of doom. Listen, cut your losses and free up your capital for better opportunities, because you're not gonna make any money holding on to a losing trade, are you? No, you're already losing. So why are you still there? You're not in control of where the market is going to go, so why are you still going to be holding on to a losing trade when you clearly see that this is not what you want to be happening? You can't control the market, so if you're losing, get out of the market and look for the next best opportunity. It's that simple. But then again, easier said than done. The third error is forcing market expectations. So the market owes you nothing. It's not going to do what you think it should do just because you expect it to. Instead, I need you to start practicing this one thing. Trade what is happening right now, not your prediction, not what you think, not what has happened. What is happening now? Because if you're not trading that, well, then you're just trading something else, and that something else is not going to make you money, because what's happening now is what's happening now. And if you fail to pay attention to that, then man, you're going to lose it. Like, focus on reacting to the market. Don't try to control it, basically. Error number 4 is obsessing over monetary value. Listen, chasing dollar signs blinds you to the actual probability of success for your trade. So in this instance, high probability trades may seem boring, but they are what you need to build an account consistently, not quickly. They're the boring type of trades that you have to take. It's not the trades where now you're entering based off of FOMO because the signal that you wanted to happen in order to enter the market has already happened, so now you're chasing. No. In that instance, when you are taking a high probability trade, you are now waiting for the market to show you the necessary criteria for you to then enter the market. Understand? In this instance, to rectify this error of obsessing over monetary value, you need to start prioritizing probability over potential payout. Say this with me. Prioritize probability over potential payout. Thank you. On to the next error, which is going to be revenge trading. We've all been there, right? Where you lose a trade and you immediately want to get back, but you wanting to get back. That's revenge trading, and that's fueled by emotions, and emotions like greed, greed, fear, FOMO, and those are not things that are gonna keep you in the game long enough. Emotions don't keep you in the game long enough. You understand? Logic is what keeps you in the game long enough. So in this instance, whenever you find yourself in a losing trade, or after you've just lost, stop loss just got hit, or you just blew an account, instead of rushing to deposit again, or instead of rushing to place the next trade, step away, relax, come back when you have a clear mind. Come back when you don't have a bias anymore. Come back when you don't know what the market is going to do, instead of entering now because, hey, okay, the market stopped me out, so it means that because it stopped me out, I must take this trade because, hey, no, wait, whoa, relax. It's not that deep, bro. It's just a trade. It's just a trade. It's not that deep, my dog. It's just a trade. So take a break, man. When it comes to revenge trading, just take a break and journal your emotions before re-entering the market so that you can properly see what is going on in your head. And after journaling that, you read it back to yourself and you will hear just how insane your reason for entering the market again sounds. The reason that you write in your journal for re-entering the market after taking a loss is not going to be the same reason that you have for taking a trade before you take a loss, because that you before you take a trade or before you take a loss is the sound mind you. The you that has just taken a loss is the you that just does not have any bit of logic left in him. It's just emotion. There's no logic. It's just emotion. So take that break, 5 minutes, breathe, journal your emotions, and then come back and look at the charts and be like, okay, where's my next opportunity? You understand? Don't go crying about spilled milk. Go for the next cow, my dog. Don't cry over spilled milk. Go for the next cow, my dog. Go for the next cow. Error number 6 is ignoring market sentiment shift. Markets change really fast, and if you sense a shift but you don't act on it, you're then going to be stuck in a state of denial. And adapting doesn't mean abandoning your pain. It just means staying smart and nimble, being flexible. Because if you're rigid, like say for instance you have a longs bias, you have a bias of wanting to see the market continue going up, but in this environment your up could be my down. So if you're still holding on to wanting to buy, and then a Joe like me on the other side of the world enters and starts selling, then that's gonna hurt you if you have a rigid position to say that I'm only looking for buy. You understand? You see, missing that sentiment shift, or missing that shift in sentiment within the market, is going to hold you back. So one way to mitigate this is to pay attention to the market sentiment and always adjust accordingly. So remember, as a trader, you're not moving the market. As a trader, you're literally riding with the people who move the market. So you don't have any reason to want to, stand rigid on an idea if there's millions of people who are going to be coming against you and you still want to buy when it's time to sell. Error number 7, breaking your own rules. So, you know what, man? Rules aren't there to restrict you, especially in trading. Rules are not there to restrict you. They are there to actually guide you and make sure that you have the upper hand. Because remember, in trading, we are working in an unstructured environment. The market is one of the most irrational things you will ever come across. If you thought a female was bad, my nigga, the market will humble you. The market will show you that it is really the baddest bitch out there. So you gotta respect your rules. Don't fold in the face of the market. Breaking your rules might feel liberating in that moment, to be like, okay, I usually sell when the market looks like this, but it feels pretty good to buy right now. Don't do that. It's gonna cost you big time in the long run, because you doing that one time is going to now allow you to do it a second time, and you do it a third time, and you do it a fourth time, and next thing you know, you have a completely new rule in your system, and that one rule that you changed is probably what's going to lead you to now start losing. Because before, you were probably winning. You probably had a win rate of 45-50%, and now because you changed that one rule the one time, and that one time turned into 2 times, and 2 times turned into 5 times, and 5 times just ended up changing the entire system. Now your win rate went from 50 to 20. You see how depressing that is? All because you changed your rule just once. Don't do that, gents. To fix this, you need to write down your rules, black and white. Write down your rules and review them before every session. Review them before you even open MetaTrader, before you think of a candlestick, review your rules. And they don't have to be inherently like, strategy rules. They can be rules on how to operate and, behave yourself in the market. Because if we don't have rules, then we might as well be living with the animals. You understand? So write down your rules and review them before every session. I so believe. Move on to the next error, which is error number 8, ignoring intuition. So in this game, right? So in this endeavor, your intuition comes from experience. The more chart time you have, the better your intuition is going to be, because you have noticed certain patterns. You have noticed, certain events in the market. You understand that, okay, this might not be part of my system, but I know that if 1, 2, 3 happen, then 4 and 5 is most likely to follow. You understand? The same way with your system. If you understand that 1, 2, 3 elements have to line up before I can find, a probable opportunity in the market. So, like I'm saying, intuition comes from experience. In this case, intuition comes from chart work and back testing and, executing on your system without fail, without mistake, executing as you should. If something feels off or, it feels promising, don't ignore it. Just make sure that your gut is backed by logic, not impulse. Because if it's backed by impulse, then trust me, just like I mentioned before, you'll always make the same mistake over and over and over and over again, right? Because it's based off of impulse. It's based off of what you're feeling instead of what you're thinking, instead of what you know. You get me? So to do this, you need to combine your intuition with technical analysis. Remember, I told you, trade what is happening now. Not what happened last time, not what could happen later. What is happening now. Combine your intuition with technical analysis. Trade the truth, not the past, not what you think is going to happen. Trade the truth, what is happening now. Error number 8 is planning but not executing. Listen, we've done this error. I know I'm also guilty of it time and time again. Where now you've done the analysis, you've gained your narrative, you have an idea of what's going to happen. You've isolated your criteria. You've marked your levels. You know where you're going to enter. You know where to exit if the market goes against you. You know where to take your profit if the market goes in your favor. And then you hesitate. You don't pull the trigger. You just watch the move happen. Man, like my heart breaks just thinking about this because it's happened so many times. But you need to understand that planning is literally only half the battle. Execution is where the real work begins. To rectify this error, I'm going to tell you, commit to pulling the trigger when your conditions are met. You see, when your system is lining up, when those 1, 2, 3 criteria for a trade show up, my nigga, pull the fucking trigger. Take the shot. Because sometimes it's not even about making the money. Sometimes it's about gaining the confidence to say, you know what, I know something about the market. And what I know about the market might not be the greatest thing to be known about the market, but what I know about the market tends to happen over, series of trades. Like if I take this position 100 times, 50% or 60% of those times, I am liable to be right. And in this game, right, it's not about not losing, but it's about making sure that when you lose little. And when you big and you it's not about losing or avoiding losing. It's about making sure that when you lose, your losses are small, so that when you win, your losses are huge. What I'm basically trying to say is, commit to pulling the trigger. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And the more you pull the trigger, the more you gain experience. The more experience you gain, the better your intuition. The better your intuition is, the better you get to see when certain things happen before they even happen. Which means that now you have more confidence in your system and in yourself interacting with the market. Last error, man, is when you win big. But when you lose bigger. And that's a very big error. That is the error that keeps a lot of traders stuck. It's what keeps a lot of traders unprofitable for as long as the dawn of trading. You understand? The ultimate trader cycle is when you make huge gains and then you lose them all in 1 or 2 trades. How do you fix this? Well, you fix this mainly by scaling down after you win big, just so that you can keep your risk consistent, right? Like I'm saying, if you have $1,000 account, or if you have R1,000 account, right, and you somehow miraculously catch a move that allows you to 3x your account, so moving from 1,000 to 3,000, right? When you catch that move, it's not to say that you're supposed to double down on your risk, or it's not to say that you are invincible now. No, in that instance, that means that you should half your risk now, because it means that, yo, I just won big, so I'm not looking to make a big win again, or I'm not willing to lose the win that I just made. Because when it comes to trading, it's a give and take relationship. You have to give the market some coin in order to catch some pip. You understand? Gotta risk that coin to catch the pip, because it's the pip that gets you the coin. You understand? So you need to treat every trade with the same respect, regardless of your recent win, regardless of your recent loss. Like, bro, consistency is key in this game. This is a performance-based endeavor. This is a performance-based industry. And the better you perform is the more money you make. Not the more you perform, not the harder, not like, ironically enough, trading is one of those endeavors where the less you do, in some cases, is the more you make, or the less you do is the more effective that you are. So treat every trade with the same respect. Treat trade number 5 with the same respect you gave trade number 1. You don't know what's going to happen, so you need to accept that fact that you don't know what's going to happen. And once you've accepted that, then, well, you are free from everything, because once you understand that you're operating in a realm of randomness where literally up can be down and down can be up. Once you've accepted that, like, the winning and the losing is subjective. The winning and the losing now ends up being based on your performance. Like, what makes a winning trade is when you stick to your rules. And what makes a losing trade is when you don't stick to your rules. Even when you have a winning trade that ended up hitting stop loss, if you stuck to your rules, that can count as a winning trade, because on any other given day, if you had applied the same level of risk, the same level of discipline, you would have made the money that you wanted to make. But in a losing trade sense, where now you didn't stick to your rules, but you did make money, that means that to some degree, the next time you have an opportunity like that, you are more likely to lose more than what you intend, because you are not following your rules, first of all, right? And secondly, you're basing it off of what happened last time, where last time was just a lucky opportunity. So in this endeavor, you need to understand that consistency in performance is what keeps you in the game. If you can risk small and win big, trust, you'll be in the game. And now that you know these 10 errors, I think it's time for you to take action. Pick 1 or 2 mistakes you've been making, and commit to fixing them starting today after watching this video, which, if you found valuable, don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe to help others on their trading journey to find this knowledge and become better traders. Here's a bonus tip, right? The real battle in trading isn't on the charts. The real battle in trading is in your mind. Once you master your emotions, the profits will follow. Habibi, I'm telling you, wallahi. Remember that trading isn't about the money. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, because the better you become, the more money you make. Yeah, this is for the whole of South Africa. This is for my people in the South. You know what I mean? It's been real. Donna one day on your screen, your Contentment coach. I'm not the GOAT, but I fit the description. Coming at you live from Bears, Bulls, and Pips, the home of contentment over complacency, where we catch pips, not feelings. Yes, sir. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Love and light. By the way, this is the trade now. Understand? So price did end up moving, but then it seems to like stuck here, gangan. Stuck here, gangan. God, signing out. Okay, so this is before, right? You can see that we were basically at this area because we saw the market move up and then come down, and we expected this to be the floor that was going to hold and allow for us to go to the upside. And this is what's happening right now. You can see that price moved from down there, shot up, came back, and currently riding, moving all the way to the next zone. So join the Telegram if you want to stay up to date with what's happening.